58-50. So things are looking good. We talk about getting breaks during the year. They start off the second half without Damian Lillard, without Jeremy Grant. They took full advantage of it. And here they are without one of the better players in the league in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, the Kings are taking advantage of the opportunity. Great way to really build the momentum coming out of the break. Ryan in Sacktown, how are you, buddy?
Doing great, partner. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Again, you can see the Thunder are going to have trouble scoring enough to win without Gilgeous-Alexander. There's just, unless the Kings fall flat down, they really should win both these games, assuming that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not going to play in the next game. But, you got to like the way the Kings, after that emotional, hard-fought win, 2 days ago, I thought they played very well in that first half, relatively speaking.
Yeah, Grant, they were either going to come out flat with a little bit of a hangover. I mean, there was a lot of energy expended in that game, or they were going to roll this over into tonight, and they have obviously done that. The Kings can get whatever they want right now on the offensive end. If they can just tighten up the straight line drives and make their shots, this should be an easy W.
And congratulations to Gary Gerald. I texted him last night and his 3,000th game. So congratulations to the G-Man. All right, so a lot of people saying the Kings could have definitely been playing better. But, it's very, very difficult to come off the type of game that the Kings just came off of in only 1 day off and, play an A game. And that's why I said, Ryan, I'm not taking anything away from Sacramento, okay? But they're getting a break here without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I will tell you, Ryan, you and I both thought the Kings would split with the Thunder when we did your podcast. I would say this. I think the Kings are going to win both their games against Oklahoma City, assuming that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does not play in the second game.
Yeah, Grant. I mean, seeing the Thunder without SGA on the court, the Kings are clearly the better team. It's obvious now.
Very obvious.
So, they should win both of these games if they play their game, and that's what they're doing tonight. And Grant, I would say, to your point about coming out after a game like LA, I think it's harder to come out like the Kings did tonight. I think they came out very, very well.
Yes,
considering.
Well, listen, they put 36 points on the board in the first quarter. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's big time production. A lot of people on Kevin Huerter's case. Here's the deal: the Kings are 9 games over 500, and Kevin Huerter is a starter. You could make the same news about Keegan Murray, who, is extremely up and down, which you would expect. So I'm going to say this again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you're not losing games, don't make changes in the lineup. To me, Ryan, it's really that simple. If you're not losing games, then don't make changes. There's no reason to make changes.
Yeah, Grant, and I've been an advocate of shaking the lineup up if they start losing. And
Me too.
Kevin is still struggling. Yep. That being said, you said this all the time. It matters who's on the floor at the end of the game, and you're seeing a lot more minutes with Monk and Fox together, and I think that's going to be a solid formula for the Kings going forward.
Yeah. Appreciate the comment, but Katie's not a replacement for me. Katie is a replacement for the analyst. I wasn't the analyst. I was the play-by-play guy. All right, 58-50 at the half. I'm not worried about Keegan Murray. I'm really not. I'm not worried about Keegan. He's a rookie. He's going to be fine. And so I'm not that worried about it. Kings already are getting a break. Hola, Eduardo. Kings are already getting a break. The Mavs lost to the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns lost. So this is a great opportunity. Once again, just, get things a little farther apart.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we were kind of dreading these first four, and the way that things have lined up for the Kings, it couldn't have been any better at this point. Yeah. Granted, we don't want to see anybody get hurt. But yeah, they've got to take advantage of this, Grant, especially with 23 games after this in the season left, 22, I believe.
Yep. This is after tonight, there'll be 22 games left. So absolutely. All right. Again, Sabonis just does what he does. I mean, the guy is so plus 15 in that first half, right? Plus 15. Yep. He had 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. The guy is a machine. I mean, that's what he is. And he's a consistent machine. I love that. He does. It's not a machine you got to turn off every now and then. This guy just keeps going and going and going.
Well, Grant, he can do a little bit of it all, too. You see him bring up the ball all the time on the fast break. But he is so fundamentally sound. And you don't see that all the time with big men. and he can just do a little bit of everything. And he does a little bit of everything well.
All right, give us the final score predictions. All right, we didn't get it the other night, 176 to 175.
I don't even think Vegas had that one.
So again, hit us up with the final score predictions. All right, and if you get the Kings number right, we'll send you a T-shirt that's behind Ryan's shoulder. Speaking of the T-shirts, we've been getting a lot of people who want to know. All right, so here's what we're going to do. This is the first batch of T-shirts. We are going to make it very easy for you in the very near future. It's going to be available on my website, merchandise, if you don't like that.com. Not yet, but soon. And as soon as it's available, you'll just be able to click on my website, if you don't like that.com, and you'll be able to order whatever you want to order right there on my website. Use your credit card, boom, and it will be sent to you. All right. So that's what we're doing. We're working on that right now. And I really hope to have that up in the next few days. Okay. So and I really appreciate your patience. Again, this is all new to me and Ryan, and we're doing this. We're trying to really do what is best, but we're now getting a couple of people to help us, and so that is good. The website is ifyoudon'tlikethat.com. I already have the website up. I've had my website for a number of, for about 2 years now, but we're going to put the merchandise link on my website. All right. So there you have it. As soon as it is available, I will pass it out. Okay. So just keep that in mind. 58-50 at the break. Again, I don't really see anything to nitpick on. I know the Kings lost the second quarter, but so what? All right. They're up 58-50. Again, it comes down to the scoreboard. There's a reason why there's a scoreboard hanging over the court. I just don't see the Thunder being able to outscore the Kings. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I mean, short of the Kings not making shots, that's the only way the Thunder are going to catch up in this one, in my opinion.
All right. Do you have a final score for us?
Yeah, I'm going to go Sacramento 126, Oklahoma City 111.
All right. I'm going to go Sacramento 119 and Oklahoma City 104.
Okay. A little bit lower. You think they're going to get the starters some rest there in the second half?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. Absolutely. So,
all right, we got,
I love the scores we're getting in here. It's really good,
Yeah, I was going to say 122, 108. Let's see, 118, 107 Kings. I don't see anybody having Oklahoma win. So that's a good thing.
That's my score and your score. Is that what you're saying? We're the same, All right.
Are you cheating, Grant? Grant, you don't need a free T-shirt. Come on, buddy.
I'll donate mine. Okay, I'll give mine away. How's that sound?
Good enough. It'd be nice though for the Kings to get this one for the G-Man. 3,000 games. That is a heck of an accomplishment.
All right, so 58-50 is the score at the break. Ryan and I are going to be on after the game as well. Really appreciate. By the way, I just want to let everyone know we hit 30,000 views from the Clippers game. All right. I just looked at the numbers. We hit 30,000. Thank you very much. YouTube, Periscope, Facebook Live, 30,000 people. All right. That's a lot of people that love what we're putting out. Ryan, great job, buddy. And great job to everyone else. We appreciate the hell out of you. Pretty amazing stuff. 30,000 for a post-game show.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. Fun show too. We're still working on the dating game. We're not sure if we're going to pull that one out of the bag yet, but thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we love doing it. So go Kings.
Yeah, that 96 Sonics playoff game was incredible. It was, to me, my favorite moment in the history of the arena. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate everyone's support and really, really appreciate it. Justin, thank you very much. And everyone else, again, those are big numbers, 30,000,
Yes.
Big numbers. But we can't do it without all of the people like yourselves that are with us pretty much every show, The Kings management knows it. Everyone knows it. Okay. I mean, uh, everybody knows it.
Cat's
So,
getting out of the bag.
yeah. And not only is the cat getting out of the bag, there are more cats to come out of the bag. All right. Because what's happening is we're getting more and more people that are finding out about us. There are still a lot of people that don't know that we're doing this. Okay. And so the more we do and the greater our audience builds, people are going to, the word keeps on going and going and going, and we get a lot of momentum, Well, I got to be honest with you. I love the fact, okay, that I'm smoking away the competition too. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely like that. Lydia, we talked about G-Man at the beginning of this stream. I'm very happy for him. He's the best. He's such a class act. Sacramento is very, very lucky. Very lucky. And I've known G-Man for a long time. All right. A long, long time. And I shared a message with him last night. I wanted him to know I was thinking about him, and we had a nice exchange. So, to show you how classy G-Man is, Ryan, he came out to our event in Roseville in September. I said, G-Man, I'd love to have you out there. And he's always supported me. He plays in my golf tournament every year. Anytime G-Man needs me to do anything, I'm like, absolutely, whatever you need. So he's family to me. He's family to me. I'm very happy for him.
Absolutely, Grant. Well said.
All right, 5850, and I want to tell you about Bennett's, where we were in September, and I will have a special announcement coming up in the next week or two. But Bennett's in Roseville and Sacramento, the weekend brunch, their prime seafood and steaks. They have it all. Their menu is outstanding. 2 locations, Roseville, Eureka, and Lead Hill Boulevard in Sacramento, on the corner of Howe and Fair Oaks, formerly the Banderas location. Get there to Bennett's, big-time Sacramento Kings supporters. Brian himself actually follows us here on the stream quite often. We really appreciate everything that they do for Sacramento. Again, 2 locations for you. And don't forget, they're going to be coming to Rockland soon in the Blue Oaks Town Center. That's Bennett's. Go check it out and say, hey, Grant said to come on down. Ryan said come on down. We frequent there whenever we are in town. Ryan still goes there. When I come into Sacramento, I make sure that I get down and have a couple of meals there and make sure I say hello to Brian as well. All right, so what's the key here in the second half other than just making sure you score at least 7 more points than the Clippers in the second half?
Injuries, don't get hurt. I'm going to pull a page out of your book from the other night. But we know about the defense, not really that great. Straight line drives, that's got to stop, because that's going to get them in foul trouble, and that's easy points. That's getting to the line. So those are the 2 big things for me.
Lydia, my key in the second half is just to make sure you stay on point, because you're coming off a very emotional game less than 48 hours ago. And thank you very much for the nice comments. But Lydia, I really believe that, just stay on point. This is going to be, I think the game could get a little tight in the third quarter. Just understand that this team can't outscore you. And if you just stay with it and just stay with it. And I'm going to say this. The other night, we saw an amazing performance from Malik Monk from the bench, right? The bench has been pretty quiet in the first half. I really believe that we're going to need one player from the bench when we talk about this game to be close to 20 points. I think they're going to need that. I just see some attrition, the mental part. And again, Oklahoma City can't beat Sacramento unless the Kings play poorly. I don't think the Kings are going to play poorly. I think they're going to win the game.
Yeah, it's a great point, Grant. So who do you think that player is going to be if you had to project?
I think, you can't just keep on. I think it's going to be Lyles. I think Lyles is going to have a 20-point game.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
All right. So Ryan and I are going to be back right after the game. Second half is getting ready to begin. Really appreciate you joining here. And again, we'll be on in about an hour. Thanks very much for joining us here at the half on If You Don't Like That.